Hey guys, Brian and I are back in Texas with our good buddy Matt to spend some more of his money. Hey everybody, it's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Today we're back in Frisco, Texas. We were here to do this epic pond and water feature last year. If you guys didn't see that video, which was last week, click on the link right here. We're gonna be showing you how we constructed this off-the-wall custom fountainscape.
When you're right here with me, she said lean into all those you hold dear. Let go of all of your pain.
If you guys watched the Spain video, you might remember all the jackhammering that we did. Seems to be a running theme here with us. Luckily, not too bad. We've got the excavation done for our reservoir, but over here, where we got this marked out, that's where our pump vaults are going to go. They have to go down about another 8 inches, and we are in caliche. It's like a hard, almost like a concrete type rock. So Billy and Manuel are gonna actually hammer this out, just this section here, so we can get that down to where our sump is gonna be, and then this is gonna be ready for our sand, followed by our fabric and liner. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's get it going.
With 20/20 hindsight, I rewind to go through with you.
The reservoir went in yesterday. It went in pretty smooth. We ran into a little bit of a, what would you call it, obstacle, I guess, down there with the caliche. We got through it. Today's gonna be the fun day. Today's the creative day. You've got kind of a concept plan, but we know how that goes. It's a concept and it's gonna evolve and evolve and evolve. We've got one 8-foot urn that we're gonna play with. We're already taking it apart and going to use 2 pieces of it to do something else. We've got kick-ass boulders sitting over there, so we definitely want to do something cool with some waterfalls. And we've got some bowls and 3 9PL pumps. And for a pond guy, when you say 3 9PL pumps, that means we can be endlessly creative, especially in this space. So when I said we had one 8-foot urn and we were gonna use it in 2 different pieces, this is just the bottom third of that 8-foot urn. So we're gonna take this. Jack, you did something really cool out at the Artist of the Year build, and I know you've done it a couple times back home, but we're gonna take this thing, cut this piece off, put some notches in here, and actually get kind of this rain shower effect coming out of here, which will add a lot to this, rather than just having one big 8-foot urn over there, which will appear to be 10 feet tall by the time we put it on top of that berm and everything else.
Hey, Bri.
Yeah, bud.
Who's this guy?
That's Billy Bedrock. This is Bildo. Billy has been in Texas for how long? Your entire life?
Yep.
Right? We met Billy here about a year ago. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, a little over here.
You helped us out over here. Now you whore yourself around. Billy came out and impressed us so much last year, but more impressive than his work ethic and his attitude is the project that he's building at his own house. It is unbelievable, and I think you won DIY Artist of the Year.
Yeah, DIY.
DIY,
Yeah,
like,
Pond Build, yeah.
it's amazing. So he's about 3-4 hours away from here. He came out here to help us again. It's awesome to have him, and it's just nice to have somebody, you know, a gopher.
Hey, Bill, what's the name of your business?
It's Brothers Water Gardens.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
okay.
don't tell anybody about
Don't
it.
tell him the name.
Yeah, it's a secret.
What's the name of your YouTube
It's
channel?
Brothers Water Gardens.
Okay, I'll link that down below. We don't have too many new guys coming on these projects, right? Because we need like a lot of experience, especially travel stuff when Brian and I are out here. Billy came out, really impressed the heck out of us. He has a great work ethic, great attitude, and he's extremely talented for a guy who like just started doing this. And I think that comes from your background. Like you were a painter, you're a very hands-on guy. So we're super happy to have him. I want you guys to go over there and check him out. Brothers Water Gardens. There you go, Bill. This is a complex project. A lot of the stuff that Brian and I are working on here is really just on the fly. We're kind of looking at things, how they feel aesthetically, how they just feel, and then we're making decisions. But there is actually a pro tip that I want to share with you that I get a ton of questions about, and I can understand it. It's bib liners. What the heck is a bib liner?
What is a bib liner, Jack? Like, it's such a complex question because so it's hard for me to explain exactly what a bib liner is. Maybe if I explain what the problem is or the challenge, you'll understand why we're doing a bib liner. So right now, we want water to roll over this rock, and then come over the rock that you're standing on. We also want water to come up over this rock, spill this way and this way. But you see this sea of gravel I'm standing on right now? There's no way water's gonna make it all the way to there. This gravel goes all the way down to the bottom of this stone, which is, we got about 2 feet, 2.5 feet of gravel back behind this stone. So that water would penetrate through all of this gravel and come out underneath everything. What we're gonna do is foam all of this, take this, put it over the bed of foam. You can see how I've kind of cut this to fit around the rock. Between the fabric and the foam, this will create a 98 to 99% watertight seal, ensuring that water pools up above this and spills that way. Now, the question a lot of you guys have is, why would we use fabric instead of a rubber liner? There's two ways to do it. A rubber liner would use a fraction of the amount of foam. I take a big piece of liner, cut it to fit around the contours of all of these rocks, back in through here, bring that liner all the way back to here, and just foam where the liner meets, where the two liners meet each other, and then foam where the liner meets the rocks. You can do it that way, but if a little area opens up, all that water leaks in there. The reason Jack and I both prefer the fabric is over time, if the foam were to actually break down a little bit, this fabric actually becomes impacted with all kinds of sediment and dust and waste and everything else, slowly becoming more natural. So if foam were to break down underneath here, solids and sediment and stuff will fill that void and it becomes solid again. So we like this. Also, the foam adheres to the fabric really, really well. The foam doesn't adhere to the liner really well. It always peels off a little easier. If you've ever gotten foam on your clothes, this is probably from 3 years ago right here. you've ever gotten on any article of clothing, you know once it's on, it'll stay forever. So I know when I put foam on the fabric, it's a lifetime, what would it call? A lifetime technique.
A lifetime commitment, maybe?
It's a lifetime commitment to what we're doing.
It uses a lot more foam, that's for sure. But when you're working with big boulders like this, we have no choice but to use the gravel back behind there because we just can't bring the liner, fold it back, backfill it. Number one, it would just be an immense amount of time. And number two, when you do that bringing the liner in, backfill with dirt, it creates all kinds of weird folds that make the liner very difficult to manage. So when we could just over excavate, set our big rocks, even in the gravel, now we're able to actually twist and turn rocks on top of gravel as opposed to the liner itself, making it a much safer installation, and it's a lot faster too. So,
hey Jack,
yeah.
Why you got their attention? Explain why I'm doing this.
Oh, let's not leave this part out.
This will totally make the rock grow.
Oh, I know. I didn't realize we were gonna be stupid.
The foam actually says on the directions to get it a little wet. There's a fine line between like wet and damp and everything else, but just misting it a little bit, the condensation or the humidity out of the moisture will help the foam cure like rock solid. If you come down here, you can see where I've already foamed some of this stuff. Like this is getting really, really hard down here. And all I did was kind of spritz that a little bit with the water. So it just helps it cure.
Yeah. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. I know that's probably one of the questions I see the most in the comments is about bib liners. So wrap your head around it. If you're gonna be doing waterfalls, you're gonna be doing some backfilling, or have these weird areas that are behind the rock, you could fill it up with gravel, do a bib liner, use the fabric, and it should last you a heck of a long time. Bib liners aside, we are really looking great with this water feature. That is the lower urn piece we're going to use for our raining down.
Stupid.
For our raining down urn section. We test fit the big one. We know exactly where that's going to go. It's going to look really great up on that upper level. Right now we're just trying to get ourselves up to there so we can place that big urn. We're hoping to get it in today. If not, it's going to be first thing tomorrow morning. If you've seen this project here in Texas and how awesome it is, you're going to absolutely love this fountainscape waterfall.